Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it is another Wednesday. I know we took a little kind of it's been a little bit slow for the Wednesdays, so I do apologise. And there we go. Let's put a bit of light on the subject. Technical issues. This is all live, or not live. This is all not scripted as best I could be, but it's another look what I've been watching. So quite a few DVDs and a few Blu-rays we have here with a steelbook thrown in. So we're going to get into it. I'm not gone a beat around the bush. So the first one we have is Ender's Game. So I believe this is based on the book. It's got a nice lenticular cover. You have the lad from Sex Education leading the front, and then from Bumblebee, Hayley, what is her name? I can't remember what it is now. Asa Butterfield and Hayley Steinfeld. She's in it. I didn't even realise she was in it. She was in the main game. Obviously, we have Harrison Ford and Ben Kingsley, respectively. And yeah, it is a really good movie. I thought this was alright when I first watched it. And there you go, there's no difference from when but basically it's about this alien race who are trying to attack us, and the government believe that kids are the key because how their response and how they play games, and then it's about kids being put through like military school at a young age, going up to try and fight the battles for them, and it has a few good twists and turns in there. I really did like, as I said, I really did like the movie. It was nice to revisit it after quite a long time, and I still enjoyed it the second time round. Next, we have one of my top 10 from last year. So this is the movie 65. Again, really like this movie. This is one of the movies in a little while I've actually watched. So after the film finishes, it goes for a lot of bonus stuff, and there's a few scenes that were cut from the movie, and the two people who directed it and helped it, they shed a little light on their story for it. And I do like this movie. I do think this sets Adam Driver up, shows his acting prowess, obviously with the little girl, and I think it very much takes him a step away from the Kylo Ren that we've kind of seen him in that role. I mean, I've seen him in a few little bits, but this is kind of a main role for him where he steps up a little bit, and I really liked it. I really think, I know he's done Ferrari since this, and that's what he's done, and I think hopefully this is just a way to build his collection. Now, this movie didn't do that well. I think it met at the cinema about its budget, so, and I know a lot of people didn't like, but I thought it was really good. I thought it was an interesting story and stuff like this. I thought, in an ideal world, if they could have made another 20 minutes and stretched the story out a little bit more and changed a few little bits, it would have been a perfect story. But I think still quite good, quite nice to have something a little bit different nowadays. Then we have the movie Rent that I picked up recently. So this is obviously the musical from the bloke who did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. No, that's completely wrong. Who did the Andrew Garfield movie. I can't remember. This is the first kind of musical he did. And it was okay. It is basically a kind of year in the life of some tenants who are kind of bums in the thing, and it is music. And to me, it wasn't as catchy as some of his other stuff. Obviously, the director who made this unfortunately died before I believe this was even shown, or maybe it was a follow-up. Maybe he did, but Jonathan or something or other. I cannot remember his name now. It's got quite an all-star cast and stuff like that, but yeah, just the songs didn't resonate too much with me, and it was a bit of a, it was alright to watch, but I'm in my grand scheme of musicals and stuff like that, I don't hold it in that much high regards. So then we go on to Eternal. So I finally got hold of this one just after Christmas time, obviously 4K, and I really like this. I'm going to be in that group that people hate me, and to be honest, the reason why I like it is because Marvel was so fixated on the Infinity War and stuff like that, and it was amazing. Don't get me wrong, we got to Infinity War, we got to Endgame, and we ended on such a high that this for me was just let's just take a step to the side, let's just have these other creatures, and they're doing this and they're trying to help the human being. There's a few twists and turns, obviously the Harry Styles bit at the end, and that, but I quite liked it. It was just a different set of pace. You had reference to superheroes, but you didn't have any feature in it. Obviously, we had the Black Knight, and then the voice of Blade in it. But I quite liked it. I liked the characters. It is all quite diverse and stuff like this. And so it was just a nice isolated story. You know, they don't need to do a follow-up, in all fairness. They've not really mentioned anything after this movie that has happened with the godlike being coming out of the earth and stuff like that. But I thought it was, I enjoyed it. It was one of the better, I think, later Marvels, but that's just my opinion, and I know I'm in the minority. I'm going to save one for kind of a star pick. So this, so the second to last one that I watched, and this was the first one. This was from AJ's Movie Place. So this was Flood that he gifted me. I do like creature features, and this wasn't bad. It's a very cheesy B-C-list movie with Johnny Rico from Casper Van Dien, I think his name is, or Beek or something. No, Casper Van Beek, Casper Van Dien. So he played Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers. There he is. It's him on the front, idiot. CG's not the greatest. Some of the kills aren't the greatest, but it's just fun. Turn your brain off and have a good fun at some crocodiles going on an attack in a prison, and some convicts and stuff like this. There is a little bit of a story to it, and some of the acting is good, some of the acting is bad. I say some of the CG is a bit, but it's all right. It does what it's kind of does what it said on tin. I know the gimmick has kind of been used in a few other places, but it wasn't too bad. And then I'm going to have my little standalone one. So I bought this a little while ago. I know this was Jet Li's The One. I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but this is right up my street. So this is one of the first movies, if not the first movie, from Jason Statham. Obviously this isn't a very early movie from Jet Li when he did Lethal Weapon 4 and Romeo Must Die. So it's 2001, so it's 23 years ago to the day. It is a very nice steelbook, and it deals, and basically it ticks all the boxes for me. The music is heavy metal. You have Drowning Pool, you have POD, you have, if I can remember, so if you were a grunge rock kid, which I was in like the late 90s, 2000s, all the songs that you like, Papa Roach, they are in here. They are on this loud, and you don't really see too many movies like that. So already the music is ticking my boxes. It gets your blood pumping and stuff like this. Jet Li is amazing. His martial arts, as I say, I think I said when I picked this up, if you watch behind the scenes, he does some of the fights and how they set it up with balls, and he has to kind of hit them all, and then they take the balls away, and he recreates the same shots, almost picture perfect going in, so they can CG everybody incorrectly and stuff like that. And you don't see how good some of the stuff is sometimes. You know, CG is used and it's not the greatest because it's 20 odd years old, but it's all right. You know, the story is not the greatest, but it is quite good. And yeah, and just the whole premise of the movie, that it's 125 worlds, you have 125 different versions. One of you dies, the other gets the power, and it slowly increases stuff. And to be honest, I don't know if we have anything kind of like this. I know we've had the Matrix and stuff which have come out of this, but I don't think alternate realities where you all share kind of energies and strength and stuff like that, I just thought was really, really good, and it is a fun hour-and-a-half movie. But that is my top pick for this week's Look What I've Been Watching, episode 44. Have you seen any of these movies? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time, and I shall see you in the next one.